Hey guys, Dean Hansen here. I'm about 5 days into the use of my new iPhone 6s Plus Gold Edition, and I'm going to give you a quick little practical review of the device and answer the question as to whether I think it's worth the upgrade or not. Short answer, absolutely. I think this phone is absolutely worth the upgrade from the normal 6 Plus, which is what I had before. I used for a full year, loved the 6 Plus, had no complaints, but sometimes you just don't know how good something else is until you try it. And this thing is awesome. Noticeably better in every way, in my opinion. Where you notice it is in processing speed and the new Touch ID 2. The new Touch ID 2 is ridiculously reliable, ridiculously fast, works 100% of the time, even with wet fingers, which I thought was insane. I have not had this Touch ID not work on me yet. And my other phone, it seemed to not work kind of, I wouldn't say often, but enough to get mad at it from time to time. Um, this new one is 100%. The overall speed of the device is instantly noticeable compared to the 6 Plus of last year. It just seems super fast. The new A9 chip is benchmarking extremely high and it's very noticeable. Some people don't notice it as much on the 6 version, not the Plus versions. And I think it's because the 6 Plus was kind of maxed out pushing all the pixels. And so it really, the A8 chip was really having a hard time running the 6 Plus. And this A9 is just destroying the new 6S Plus. Battery life is still good. Has a little bit more weight to it. One of the main differences, everybody says they look exactly the same. That's not true. The grill on the bottom only has one hole for the speaker or for the microphone, and then you got your speaker grill. On the older version, the 6 version, they have multiple holes here, I believe. I haven't actually checked that, but I'm 99% sure I had more than one hole there. Could be wrong though. Camera's obviously better. Everything's better. And yeah, my original case that I have works just fine. It snaps into this case just fine. Some things to bring up that I haven't really seen in other reviews is the haptic feedback is quite interesting. The new it has a different feel to it. It really feels like the phone is reaching out and touching you more than just a random vibration in the phone. And it's something you have to feel to fully understand. And I really like it. It makes your phone feel kind of more human. Not human, but alive, I guess. And it just has a different feel when you're getting those vibration notifications. It really makes it feel like a different phone. Live photos, I think, is kind of gimmicky and kind of stupid. I turned live photos off. I did not really find any value in having live photos on. I took several pictures and it didn't do anything for me. Some people were saying it had a really nice emotional response. I think it would if they did it a little better and they didn't have sound. Or they did something with the sound or something. It just, I found no use with it. And I was actually kind of excited for it. So I got rid of live photos, turned it off right away. It's very easy to turn off. It's right there. That's live photos up in the top. And you can turn that off. And so live photos, not really worth it to me. 4K video, I'm still recording in 1080. I went into settings and changed that back to, just kept it at 1080, which is the default. Because you don't need to do 4K video. If you want 4K video, if you got a 4K TV or whatever, go for it. But for me, don't need it. Not yet. I really do like this gold version. It's a lot prettier, a lot more a lot better design than I was actually expecting, and I actually really like the gold, which I never ever wanted the gold. I actually talked about it on my podcast how I really was depressed about having to get the gold because it was the only one available, and now I've been really happy with it. You can check out a podcast that I do with my buddy, Amateur Tech Talk podcast. I talk a lot about this phone and all other tech. It's worth listening to, Amateur Tech Talk, on iTunes or wherever you search podcasts. 3D Touch has been pretty useful. Took me about a day to get used to it, and now I pretty much use it whenever I do anything. You know, you can 3D Touch to several apps. All the Apple apps allow you to 3D Touch. I really like the 3D Touch for camera. You can go into record video, take photo. I think take selfie should be at the bottom. I don't know if I can change the order of these, but I'd rather have take photo at the top, record video, record slow-mo, and then take selfie at the bottom. It's just the way I would order things. One of the best features, I think, as far as 3D Touch, is if you're typing, you can turn the keyboard into a touchpad and move your cursor around. Just 3D touching on the keyboard, I can move my cursor around. It's very accurate. It moves in the way you would expect it to move, and it's really reliable, and I just love it. I've been using that a lot. That's just one of the coolest features I've found so far with 3D Touch. And but really overall, like I said, I think I was really not going to upgrade. I pre-ordered this and I was not going to pick it up. The morning of the 25th, September 25th, when I had my meeting to go pick this up, I was not planning on buying it. I was happy with the 6 Plus, and I was just going to keep it for another year. And I'm glad I didn't do that, because this has just been a joy to use. And it's just a nice phone, and I highly recommend it. I recommend the upgrade for sure. It might not look much different, but your overall use is going to feel different. And that's about all I think I was going to say about it. So I hope this video was at least sort of helpful for you. Check out my podcast if you're interested in that type of stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later.